Alright, so I started on the first of the sides of the chest of drawers, and it was very difficult. Let me show you. Alright, so I tried to take out the first of the teeth in one of the sides of the cupboard, or the chest of drawers actually, and it was very difficult. I discovered that this stuff is called beechwood in English, and it's a hardwood, which means that if you start chipping it with a chisel, like I did, then it's a lot of work to take it out. So here, the one on the left, I used a saw. So that's pretty much okay-ish. I went a little bit too far here. See, there's a little notch. This is the result of the chipping. Maybe like this, it's better. No, it's terrible. It chipped a little bit here. I went too far with sawing there because I got lazy at some point in time, and I thought, well, let's just start using the saw to get stuff off. So this was not the way to go. I'm doubting a little bit whether I should try it again, because I really have to hammer out little pieces with this hammer and this chisel, and by the time I finish one of these boards, I think my chisel will be blunt. And I don't know how to sharpen them yet. I haven't learned that yet. So probably I'm going to borrow some tools from somebody and try it another way. So I'll keep you tuned. At least this is sort of done. I don't know how it's going to fit together. Probably I have to clean it up a bit, but phase one is done. So this is the replacement for the hammer and chisel. I used to have one of these jigsaws, but it was old and it broke down, so I bought a new one. I have to get used to it a little bit. I'll show you what I did. I just finished sawing this, and as you can see, this is not at all what it was supposed to be. I went too low here. Odd thing is that there is a bit of guidance on the saw. I'll show you. Oh. See, there are two triangles cut out, and it seems that when I follow the triangle, I actually go a little bit off to the side. It could also be that my saw is maybe a little bit like this. I have to check, but I suspect that this board is going to be the bottom. Nobody will see this, but on the bright side, it's pretty fast. I also did this one. Looks a lot better. Also a bit maybe rough here, but I'll clean it up later. This one is nice, I think. This one works pretty well. Went a bit too far again. Well, it's practice, so it's going pretty well. I'm gonna finish this one and move on to the next. Alright, it's all glued up now, and I also decided to add some screws because I didn't really trust the accuracy of my joints, because, well, you can already see here that it's not really that straight, so it's a bit difficult to glue it with such seams. This one is a little bit better. It's actually not at all nice to look at it on the camera like this. It looks like shoddy work. So, but I mean, I'm happy with the result. It was an experiment to see how accurate it would be with the jigsaw. And I had to do a lot of corrections with, are they still here? Oh, they're here. See the mouse and the jigsaw. I had a lot of corrections to do. Here as well. See, a lot of gaps. I'll clean it up a little bit on the top, I think. But I don't know. I have to decide which board to put on the bottom. the ugliest one goes on the bottom. Also, odd thing, now I had 3 of these boards lying around. I bought a 4th one, and one of the 3 that I had laying around, see, it's less white than the other ones. That's really strange, because this is not the new one that I bought. The new one had a bit of a crack on it, I noticed later on. So, well, probably this one will be the bottom, and this will be the back. But let me just see how it ends up when it's all dried up. Also, now to make sure it's square, I put these square blocks in. Of course, I checked it with the, I don't know what it's called, it's back there. It has a Dutch name that doesn't translate. I checked that it's square, and it's pretty much okay, but this helps it while it's drying. Also on the inside you can see the joints. See, there are large gaps here. Also large gaps here. That's not very pretty. Here as well. So I have some work to do in this area in terms of scale. I want to be a little bit more accurate. But still, I'm quite happy with the way it turned out, and I think now it's time to let it dry and then make the first of the drawers and see if that system that I have in mind, if it works. And well, just keep on going. It's an experiment and I like doing it, so I'm happy with the results so far. Alright, back to work.